In light of the current global trends, the United States cannot reindustrialize at the expense of the domestic market. Perhaps the U.S. will try to involve China in regional wars in order to gain new markets, especially in Southeast Asia. The consequences of these events for the global economy are the main factor explaining what is happening now. The main thing at the current stage is to raise the defense industry in the United States and turn to foreign markets to revive the economy. This will require some forceful suppression and border control. According to such reasoning, Southeast Asia is a market of the required volume, while Western Europe, China and Latin America are not suitable for this task. India and Southeast Asia are potential markets for this strategy. China is setting up military bases in Southeast Asia, which is causing problems for the United States. America buys a large number of goods from China, which allows China to receive money. China has its own diasporas in countries that need to be dealt with. Vietnam can become a natural ally of the United States, as it does not like China and will benefit from the operation in Taiwan. The Americans are conducting regional operations to oust China from Southeast Asia. They can also block China's path to the world ocean through the Sea of Okhotsk. The Americans will put pressure on Europe and the UK to ban ships from passing through Russian waters. Chinese goods will be allowed to enter the Sea of Okhotsk and further into the Pacific Ocean. We need a fleet to conduct amphibious operations. China has hypersonic weapons, for which the US has no protection. China can supply weapons to independent islands in case of treaties with other countries. The United States of America must begin the operation quickly to prevent an irreversible situation. A new fleet and bases in Australia may be built. Amphibious ships will be built in Australia to operate in Southeast Asia. The United States needs to move troops from the Middle East to other regions, as there will be a difficult guerrilla struggle in the Middle East. The U.S. withdrawal from the Middle East will mean the transfer of regional leadership from Israel and Turkey to Saudi Arabia and Iran. It is important for Israel to maintain ties with Saudi Arabia and Iran, but they can also look for support in Egypt. The issue of China's role in this conflict was discussed at a meeting in Jeddah. Netanyahu seeks to make China an intermediary between Saudi Arabia and Iran. China, in turn, wants to preserve its interests in the region. The UK may also try to influence regional issues. The importance of the countries of Eastern Europe, which bear more economic burden due to climatic features, is greatly increasing and will require additional funds. The US and Western Europe may withdraw from the Middle East and Eastern Europe due to the reduction of funds. Russia will be interested in restoring order in these regions in order to prevent them from approaching its border. Eastern Europe may find itself in a state of chaos or terrorism, which will prevent the penetration of Chinese goods into Western Europe. As a result of the crisis, Western Europe will lose demand.